Friends, today's topic is assessment of cooperative societies. This topic weightage is minimum 6 to 8 marks for the exam point of view. This topic is B category topic. Every attempt they may not ask this question, but 4 attempts once or 5 attempts once generally they used to ask the question. Anyhow, we are going to cover in detail. The topic is assessment of cooperative societies. I will start from the scratch assuming you don't know anything about the cooperative societies. Follow. Start. In fact, there are different types of cooperative society. First one, agriculture cooperative society, non-agriculture cooperative society. Some are credit cooperative society, some are non-credit cooperative society. Like this, different kind of cooperative societies are there. As far as our syllabus is concerned, how to make the assessment of cooperative society is relevant. Okay, so we need to discuss how to make income tax assessment of cooperative societies. Number one, cooperative societies are the societies which are registered as per Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Very old act. Okay, 1912. Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or any other law for the time being in force. Recently also some acts has been amended or some acts has been enacted for the purpose of cooperative society. So conclusion friends, cooperative societies are the societies which are registered as per Cooperative Societies Act 1912 any other law time being in force. These are the cooperative societies. Next, cooperative societies are the separate tax entities. Tax entities means members are there, cooperative societies are there. The beauty of cooperative society, each and every member will have one voting power. Each and every member can participate in the management. Each and every person will do the job or will do the work or will do cultivation or will do agriculture activities. The income of cooperative society is accessible in the hands of cooperative society but not in the hands of individual, not in the hands of members. So cooperative society is a separate entity. I repeat, separate tax entity in the eyes of income tax law. So cooperative societies are separate tax entities. What are the tax rate applicable for cooperative societies? Friends, cooperative societies does not have any basic exemption limit unlike individual HUF. In case of individual HUF, Hindu undivided family, association of person, body of individual, artificial judicial person, in all the cases 2,50,000 is the basic exemption limit, sometimes 3 lakh, sometimes 5 lakh. But whereas in case of cooperative society, there is no such concept. Full amount is taxable. If the total income is up to 10,000, 10% is the tax rate. If the total income is about 10,000 up to 20,000, 20% is the tax rate. If the total income exceeds 20,000, 30% is the tax rate. Friends, surcharge also applicable. What is surcharge? Surcharge is a tax on tax. I repeat, tax on income tax is known as surcharge. Surcharge also applicable in case of those cooperative society whose taxable income exceeds 1 crore, not 50 lakh friends, 1 crore. Then the rate is nothing. No surcharge is applicable up to 1 crore. If the total income of that cooperative society exceeds 1 crore, in this case, then 12% is the surcharge rate. Next one, friends, health and education cess. Every cooperative society is required to pay health and education cess at the rate of 4%. I repeat, 4% on sum of income of tax of cooperative society plus surcharge of cooperative society. So today, let's start with the assessment of cooperative society. First one, friends, cooperative societies are the societies which are registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or any other law for the time being in force. This is the definition of cooperative societies. Next one, friends, cooperative society is a separate tax entity. I repeat, separate tax entity. So cooperative societies are liable to pay the tax, not individual, not other members. Cooperative societies are liable. So tax rates are as follows, friends. Total income tax rate. Friends, in fact, there is no basic exemption limit. I repeat, there is no basic exemption limit. Up to 10,000 rupees, 10%. 10,000 to 20,000 rupees, 20%. Above 20,000 rupees, the tax rate would be 30%. 10, 20, 30. These tax rates are applicable in case of total income of tax cooperative society up to 10,000, 10 to 20,000, above 20,000. These are the rates are applicable. Next one, friends, such as I told you earlier, up to 1 crore, no surcharge. Above 1 crore, 12% surcharge is applicable. Surcharge means that is none other than tax on tax. Tax on income tax, that is known as surcharge. Surcharge is also applicable for cooperative society. Friends, last one, health and education. As far as health and education is concerned, it is 4%. I repeat, 4% on sum of total tax plus surcharge. Inclusive of surcharge on the total itself, we need to levy health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Friends, these are the tax rates are applicable for cooperative societies. Next, ATP deduction is applicable. Very important topic, ATP deduction. Friends, deduction under ATP, AT capital P, it is not applicable for all SSEs. It is only for cooperative societies. I repeat, ATP deduction is only applicable for cooperative society. Individual cannot claim. HUF cannot claim. Auto association of person cannot claim. Body of individual cannot claim. Only one person can claim. The person is none other than cooperative society. Deduction under ATP is applicable to all cooperative societies, but not applicable to, I repeat, but not applicable to cooperative banks. Cooperative banks are not eligible. Friends, long back, once upon a time, cooperative banks also can claim. As of now, I am telling, latest trend I am telling, latest provision I am telling, cooperative banks cannot claim deduction under ATP as well as a regional rural bank. In India, there are so many regional rural banks. Some of the example in Telangana, Deccan Gramina Bank. In Andhra Pradesh, Andhra Pragati Gramin Bank. Now, or else another Chaitanya Godavari Gramin Bank. Like this, certain banks are there. In Tamil Nadu also, regional rural banks are there. Friends, no deduction will be allowed under ATP for cooperative banks and regional rural banks. Friends, same time I am telling you, deduction under ATP is applicable to all cooperative societies and also applicable for, see this one, also applicable for primary agricultural credit society. Friends, their main motto and main business is providing credit facilities to the members called as primary agricultural credit society. Next one, friends, it is also applicable to primary cooperative. I repeat, primary cooperative agricultural and rural development bank. I repeat once again, friends, this deduction is applicable for primary cooperative agricultural and rural development bank is also applicable. So this is the applicability of AT capital P deduction. So once again, friends, deduction under AT capital P is applicable to all cooperative societies except cooperative banks, but not applicable to individual HUF, artificial judicial person. These people cannot claim deduction under ATP. So friends, let us sum up what we covered so far. Come on, tell me. Cooperative societies are the societies which are registered under what is the act? Very good. Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or any other law time being enforced. That too, who is the taxable person as far income tax is concerned? Yes, cooperative societies are liable to pay the tax. Next one, what is the tax rate? 10%, 20%, 30%. What is the surcharge is applicable? If it is more than 1 crore, total income is more than 1 crore, 12%. Health and education says, 4% is applicable. It is applicable, ATP deduction is applicable to all cooperative societies except cooperative banks, except regional rural banks. Now all other cooperative societies are can follow deduction under AT capital P. Let's start the topic, cooperative society deduction AT capital P. Applicable only for friends whom? Very good. Cooperative societies. Now it consisting of subclasses. AT capital P subsection to class A, B, C, D, E, F. Exactly these many points are there. A, friends, income from different activities are allowed as deduction. Number two, supply of milk, vegetables to government is also allowed as deduction. Three, general deduction, in general deduction. D, dividend income or interest income from other societies are allowed. E, let out of cold storage or warehouse is allowed as deduction. F, lower income, cooperative societies which are having lower income, that is also eligible for deduction. So these are the different deductions are applicable. I repeat, AT capital P subsection to class A, class B, class C, class D, class E, class F. No need to write in exam hall like this, but While learning no, you have to learn perfectly. So that is the reason I want to cover subsections as well as classes also. Ready friends? We are going to start the topic with the 80 capital P subsection to class A. So it is not explaining from my side. You have to also explain. Please tell me what is the different kinds of income of cooperative society. I'm telling about agricultural society. Come on, tell me everyone. Agricultural society, what they will do? Number one, first one, members of the cooperative society will have agricultural land. They will cultivate and they will produce. They will produce paddy, vegetables, fruits, etc. That agriculture produce raised by the members, they have to sell. Honestly speaking, cooperative society will provide platform for the purpose of sale of agriculture produce. Number one, marketing facilities. Come again everyone, marketing facilities. So take it for granted, income of cooperative societies for providing marketing facilities to members is allowed as deduction. Number one. Number two friends, loans. Now some members of society required money for that purpose of cultivating agriculture. That is the reason our cooperative society will grant the loans to the members so that members will get the interest. Interest on, I repeat, interest on loans given to the members is also a deduction in the hands of cooperative society. Number one, tell me marketing facilities. Number two, tell me interest on cooperative bank, whatever cooperative society, what is the loans given to members is also eligible. Number three, cooperative society will provide the raw material also, will provide the inputs also. Example, some cooperative society will go to market, purchase seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. These will be supplied to the members. How they will get the revenue out of that, we can check. Some cooperative society will go to the market, will purchase at lesser price and will supply to the members. Next number friends, processing of agricultural produce. So if you have agriculture produce, we need to do paddy processing or we need to do processing of wheat. For that purpose, our cooperative society will provide. For that purpose, we will charge some amount. That amount also allowed as deduction in the hands of cooperative society. But remember friends, that cooperative society can do processing of agriculture produce without aid of power. I repeat, without aid of power. You should not use the electricity. Without aid of power you can do. So next number friends, cooperative societies which are having fisheries and allied services. Income from fisheries and allied services are also allowed as deduction. Next one friends, cooperative societies will have the other activity, collective disposal of labor. What is that? So cooperative society has manpower. So who are the owners, who are the laborers, one and the same. That labor will go to one agricultural land and will do the job, will do the labor services there. In return, our society will get the consideration. That amount also allowed as deduction. Let us discuss one by one. First one friends, 80 capital P subsection to class A. Start one by one. First one, income from credit facilities to members. I repeat, only credit facilities to members will be allowed as deduction. Next one, cottage industry. Some cooperative societies will have cottage industry. In case of cottage industries, no much plant and machinery is required, no much investment is required. Generally, family members or outside laborers will participate in the manufacture activity and will do activities and will do services, will do sales. These kind of cottage industries income also allowed as deduction. Next one, marketing of agriculture produce which is grown by the members. I repeat, which is grown raised by the members, that marketing facilities. Next one, collective disposal of labor. Every cooperative society will have manpower. That manpower will dispose the labor services, the collective disposal of labor. Next one, purchase of agricultural implements, seeds, fertilizers, etc. is also allowed. Processing of agricultural produce without, I repeat, without aid of power. Without aid of power, not with aid of power. With aid of power, then the society is not eligible for deduction. Last one, fishing and allied services. In all the cases, the income of cooperative societies are outright allowed as deduction without any condition. The income of cooperative societies are allowed as deduction under section 80 capital P subsection to class A. Tell me friends once again, what is the facilities? Credit facilities to members, marketing facilities. Next number, processing of agriculture produce without aid of power, purchase of agricultural implements and supply to the members. Next number, Other topic is collective disposal of labor, fishing and allied services. Next number, last number, collective disposal of labor. Now, in the following cases, the income of societies are fully allowed as deduction. That is the first one, friends. Next topic, ma, AD capital P, subsection to class B. I repeat, class B. What is this? Primary cooperative society. Primary cooperative society means members are only the doing the fundamental works. So primary cooperative society by supply of vegetables, by supply of milk, by supply of fruits, by supply of seed to government. I hope you know SC ST hostels are there, BC hostels are there, or so many other government organizations are there. Schools run by governments also there. I hope you know in government school afternoon time they are offering lunch, they are providing egg, they are giving milk to members, students. For that purpose, they wanted to purchase from the market. So government can buy the same from the primary cooperative society. So if those primary cooperative society they got the income from the government or local authority or statutory corporation or federal cooperative society on account of supply of milk, vegetable, seeds. In such case, the income also allowed as deduction. Tell me, ma, first one A is over. Now it is time for B. Supply of, come on, everyone, supply of milk, vegetables, fruits, seeds by primary cooperative societies to secondary cooperative society or to the government or to the local authority or to the statutory corporation, then that income is allowed as deduction. Friends, next one, 80 capital P subsection to class C, that is general deduction. What is the meaning of general deduction? Friends, in fact, if you are a cooperative society, this deduction will be allowed. Friends, deductions are under 80 capital P subsection to class C. General deduction, two types. There are two kinds of societies, friends. First one, consumer cooperative society. Second one is non-consumer cooperative society. I repeat, non-consumer cooperative society. What is the difference, friends? As simple as that. Consumer cooperative societies are the societies which are formed for the welfare of the consumer. They are eligible for 1 lakh deduction. I repeat, friends, consumer cooperative societies are eligible for 1 lakh deduction, whereas non-consumer cooperative societies are eligible for 50,000 deduction. What is this? I will tell you. Listen, friends. I hope you know any person from the police department, your parents are police. Ah, yes. Now our friend father is a police. In this case, they will have departmental store. In Telangana, there is one departmental store called as Suvidha departmental store, which is only meant for the welfare of the police families. They will purchase the goods and they will sell the goods at a cheaper price, at a lesser price, less than the MRP they will sell to members. That is consumer cooperative society. So in this case, 1 lakh is the deduction. Any consumer cooperative society, 1 lakh is the deduction. Non-consumer cooperative society, by default, 50,000 is the deduction. Friends, one warning for everyone. Now, some students, while computing problems, while computing total income of society, they're generally forgetting about this deduction. Be careful. General deduction must be given in addition to all other sections, subsections. Now, general deduction will be allowed if you are a cooperative society. By default, general deduction will be allowed. Next one, friends, 80 capital P subsection to class D. What is this? Dividend or interest income from other cooperative society. I will take one local example which you can easily understood. One society is there, that is Vizia Milk Dairy. I hope recently they sponsored Karimnagar Milk Dairy. For that purpose, they granted some loans. They invested some amount in Karimnagar Milk Dairy. So A Milk Dairy invested in B Milk Dairy. In this case, cooperative societies. In this case, they will get the revenue. So the income of A cooperative society from B cooperative society by way of dividend or by way of interest, that income is also allowed as deduction. Friends, this is come under 80 capital P subsection to class D. Dividend or interest income from one cooperative society, that is also allowed as deduction. Last one, friends, 80 capital P subsection to class E. Income from let out of godam, let out of cold storage or let out of warehouse. Income from cold storage or godam or warehouse is also allowed as deduction. But commission income also allowed as deduction. Let out of the buildings also includes, let out of the godam also include incidental services. Example, marketing facilities or providing the sale of the goods on commission basis. These kind of activities also covered. Friends, this is 80 capital P subsection to class E. So income from cooperative society by let out of the godam warehouse cold storage is also allowed as deduction. Friends, one more transitional provision is there. AD capital P subsection to class F. Now, any cooperative society other than housing cooperative society whose gross total income does not exceed 20,000, their income is also allowed as deduction. That is generally rare provision which we will not use right now. So, this is the deduction under 80 capital P. Let us sum up, friends. All the topics are as follows: 80 capital P subsection to class A, class B, class C, class D, class E, class F. These are the sections. First one, class A. Income from the following activities are allowed as deduction. Number one, come on, cottage industry, marketing facilities, agricultural produce, present produce, purchase of agricultural inputs and supply, and marketing activities, cottage industry, fisheries and allied services, and collective disposal of labor. That income is allowed as deduction. AD capital B subsection to class B. Income of cooperative society. Primary cooperative society by supply of milk, vegetable, fruits, seeds to other cooperative society is also allowed as deduction. Other cooperative society means only federal society or government or local authority is allowed as deduction. Now AD capital P subsection to class C. General deduction, friends. In general, this deduction will be allowed. Consumer cooperative society 1 lakh, non-consumer cooperative society 50,000. Class D, dividend income or interest income from other cooperative societies also allowed as deduction. In general, this is allowed as deduction. Next, dividend or interest income also allowed as deduction, provided you received from other society. Next one, class E, 80 capital P subsection to class E. Let out of, I repeat, let out of building, let out being godam, warehouse, cold storage also allowed as deduction. Class E of income of cooperative society which is lower than the 20,000 is also allowed as deduction. Friends, this is the topic called as 80 capital P deduction. Let's see the material once, friends. Open the material, assessment of cooperative society. So it is given clearly in the material. Please follow. A cooperative society which is registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or any other law for the time being in force, and it is a separate tax entity. Tax rates are as follows: up to 10,000 10%, 10,000 to 20,000 20%, above 20,000 30%. For assessment year 19-20 itself, such charge is 12% if it is exceeds 1 crore. Marginal relief, friends, anyhow applicable. Next one, all other deductions, ATG, GGA, some deductions are also applicable, but ATP no, exclusively for cooperative society. Now follow, friends, in detail. AT capital P subsection to class A. The whole income of banking business are providing credit facilities to member only. Credit facilities to members, friends, non-members is fully taxable. Only members is allowed as deduction. Next one, friends, members means shareholders are those people who are having voting powers. This is the income of cooperative societies. Next one, friends, deduction under ATP is applicable to all cooperative societies but not applicable to cooperative banks, not applicable. But this deduction also applicable to primary agricultural credit society and primary cooperative agricultural and rural development bank also applicable. Next one, regional rural banks not at all covered under deduction under AD capital P. Next one, friends, cottage industry. In case of cottage industry, the income of cottage industry is also allowed as deduction. Generally, their small scale, small investment, small number of workers, small turnover, and not required huge plant and machinery, not required much registration process, etc. Cottage industry is also allowed as deduction. Next one, selling of agricultural produce, marketing facilities, friends, provided by cooperative society to its members. Only agriculture produce grown by the members is allowed as deduction. Purchase of agricultural implement, seed, fertilizers, vegetables, all the things whatever we will supply to our farmers being members of our society is allowed as deduction. Processing of agricultural produce, friends, in case of processing of agricultural produce, we need to do process without ADA power. Very important, without ADA power. Next one, friends, collective disposal of labor. In case of collective disposal of labor also, their income is fully allowed as deduction. Next one, fishing and allied services allowed as deduction. These are the points, friends. Next number, 80 capital P subsection to class B. Primary society engaged in supply of milk, fruits, seeds to federal cooperative society, government company, statutory corporation, government local authority is also allowed as deduction as we covered earlier. Next one, income from other activities, general deduction friends, casual deduction. Now consumer 1 lakh, non-consumer 50. Consumer cooperative society is a society which is created, which is registered for the welfare of benefit of the consumer. Next one friends, AD capital P subtraction to class D, interest and dividend income. Interest or dividend income from other cooperative societies also allowed as deduction. Next one friends, income from let out of godam, not only godam, cold storages, not only cold storages or warehouses, all those incomes are allowed as deduction. Friends, the beauty of this proviso, whether to members or non-members also allowed as deduction. Now, storage, processing facility, marketing facilities also consider. Letting includes incidental activities also. Commission for the stocking of goods is also deducted. Is also deducted. Chalo, this is the topic. Next one, friends, we are going to discuss some more case laws about the cooperative society. The case laws are as follows. Follow. First one, friends, AD capital P subsection 2 class E. What is this? You know, tell me what is this? Very good. Let out of Godam or let out of warehouse. But friends, not only for that, it is applicable for cold storage also. Cold storage can be said to be warehouse or Godam for the purpose of this proviso. So eligible for deduction if you let out on rental basis to members or non-members. Next one. Deduction under section 80 capital P subsection 2 class D is allowed on net interest income. Friends, not gross interest income. It is applicable only on net interest income. In case of net interest income, 80 capital P subsection 2 class D deduction also applicable. So dividend from other society, net interest income, gross minus whatever the expenses, the net interest income is eligible for deduction. Deduction under 80 capital P subsection to class D allowed on net interest basis we covered. Next one. Cooperative societies which are engaged in let out of godams and earning the commission. I repeat, earning the commission for sale of such goods is not claim deduction. I repeat, if you let out and as well as you are getting commission on selling of such goods, you are not eligible for deduction. 80 capital P subsection to class E is only allowed if you let out or incidental activities also covered, but it is not eligible for if you are earning the commission for selling of goods, you are not eligible for deduction. Next one, Madras Auto Rickshaws, Supreme Quotation. Sale of goods on hire purchase basis. I repeat, friends, as far as 80 capital P subsection to class A means those people who are selling the goods, who are providing credit facilities are also eligible, not hire purchase. Those people who are doing on hire purchase basis, they are not covered under providing credit facilities to member. So Madras Auto Rickshaw Supreme Quotation, providing goods on hire purchase basis does not result into providing credit facilities to members, so they are not eligible for deduction under 80 capital P. Next one, Kottayam District Cooperative Society Bank, Kerala High Court. This is different case law. Friends, generally some cooperative societies will have two kinds of income. First one is deductible income. Second one is non-deductible income. Friends, when they have deductible income and deductible income, I repeat, only deductible income is only subject to deduction. Non-deductible income is anyhow taxable, but proportionate expenditure will be allowed. So deductible income, non-deductible income, if you have deductible income is subject to deduction, whereas non-deductible income is not subject to any deduction, but proportionate expenditure allowed on pro rata basis. I repeat, only on pro rata basis means proportionate basis only allowed. Next one. By virtue of 80 capital P, cooperative society needs to calculate deduction under 80 IA. After that only we can claim deduction under 80 IP. Suppose one cooperative society started cold storage or warehouses, then they are eligible for 80 IA or 80 IB deductions. If the eligible for 80 IA IB deduction, first provide the deduction under 80 IA. After providing 80 IA deduction, if you have any kind of balance income, that balance income is subject to deduction under 80 capital P. So first provide the deduction under 80 IA. After that only balance income, if you have anything, they are eligible for deduction under 80 capital P. Next one, friends, security deposit forfeited by the cooperative society or cooperative banks, whether it is taxable or not. Listen, I will take one example. One SSE has collected security deposit from the employees. Now you have to work for minimum period of security deposit. Minimum period you have to work. If anybody not rendered services for certain period, automatically we will forfeit the deposit. The security deposit which is forfeited is fully taxable as a business income, but not regular business income. It is taxable under section 41. Atlas Cycle Industries Supreme Court decision. I repeat, Atlas Cycle Industries Supreme Court decision. So security deposit forfeited by the person SSE as a part of regular business is taxable as a deemed business income. Atlas Cycle Industries Supreme Court. Higher charges for safe deposit of locker is also business income of the banks. I repeat, banks will have the lockers. The lockers will be let out for the purpose of a security deposit of the public. They will do whatever the income they received from the let out of bank lockers is their regular business income. Anyhow, nowadays bankers are not eligible for deduction under section 80 capital P. Next one, friends, interest on excess funds. Excess funds generally tax fund related IFOS because the funds are not useful for immediate usage in the business. It is tax fund that IFOS. Next one, friends, interest received on income tax refund is also claimed eligible for deduction. This is a different surprising case law, Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank Limited. But anyhow, friends, this is old provision. Anyhow, I told you nowadays banks are not eligible for deduction under 80 capital P. Next one, deduction under section 80P should not be disallowed on the ground that SSE has taxable income. You can have taxable income as well as non-taxable income. If you have deductible income deduction allowed for that income. Non-deductible income deduction not allowed. So if you have both the incomes, assessing officer cannot disallow the deduction on the ground that you have non-deductible income. Nothing wrong in that if any cooperative society has deductible as well as non-deductible. Next one, friends, which is first, deductions first or set off and carry forward first? Obviously set off and carry forward of losses. ADP deduction will be allowed only after set off and carry forward of losses. Deduction under ADP is allowed after adjusting unabsorbed losses and unabsorbed depreciation, if any. First priority goes to set off of losses. After that we can give the deduction under section 80 capital P. Next one, net income is eligible for deduction. As I told you, net interest income is only eligible. Next one, friends, income of SC/ST, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, welfare cooperative societies are exempted under section 1027. I repeat, section 10 subsection 27 is eligible. Next one, friends, interest on investment in government securities. I repeat, interest on investment in government security made out of statutory reserves is also eligible for deduction under 80 capital P. Karnataka State Cooperative Banks, that is a past exam question. Interest on government securities also eligible for deduction under 80 capital P because that is regular business income of the cooperative society.